All right, so this is a modern warm up for the teen beginning dance class. Anyone is welcome to do it, but it will just be kind of like a fundamentals modern warm up, and then we'll hopefully add a combination later. But for now, it's just to get our bodies warm. So the first thing we'll want to do is start in a parallel position. If you want, before we start doing kind of like our stretching and stuff, you can just kind of like walk around whatever space you have. So if that's your room, if you're walking outside, or just around your house or apartment, wherever you live, that's a good way to warm up as well. When you're walking, just really think about having like a nice straight posture. So when I'm here, like pulling my shoulders back a little bit, my chin not being super down or tense and looking up, but just nice straightened ahead. And then when I'm walking, really thinking about kind of air brushing through the bottom of my legs. So when I'm taking my steps, it's really easy. There's not any tension or holding in my thighs or anything. I'm just letting it be relaxed and natural. So again, if you want to start off by just kind of like walking around, getting that going, that will help your body kind of warm up for our actual like exercises here. So once you're done with all of that, you can join me in a parallel position here. So the first thing we're going to do is start by just standing in parallel. So our feet shouldn't be too far apart. You don't want them right together like this. You just want a little space, like maybe an inch or two. They should be right underneath your hips. So straight line all the way down from your hips here. And once we're here, we're just going to think about our rotation. So it's kind of like this constant spiral out. So if you thought about something being behind your legs and just opening forward, or behind your knees, same with your calves and even your feet, and that will get you to a really nice upright straight alignment. So once we're here and we've kind of thought about opening and spiraling our legs, we're just going to do some exercises to kind of warm up the rest of our body. So the first thing we're going to do is think about some contractions. So our contractions here, it's kind of like someone punches you in the chest and you just reach back, or not really the chest, but more the stomach. So I'll give you a side view here. With our contraction, again, pretending someone's pushing like right in your stomach, this lower half of your upper body goes back and then your chest kind of comes forward. So here you can see back, forward. We're just kind of, well, I guess contracting, like our muscles are coming in our stomach, and that causes our chest to move forward. So we're just going to do about 8 different contractions here back in our parallel position. So we're just going to go 1, 2, and I have my arms just resting on my thighs here. So my elbows kind of move forward as I do these contractions. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this. Last one. Nice. And so when we're doing that, like I said, make sure you're breathing through all of these exercises. That'll really help you keep going. Also with our contractions, your whole body kind of reacts to it. So you might have noticed like my head kind of went down, my shoulders come forward a little bit. You're just really stretching out that back. I feel it really in my shoulders a lot, but you might feel it different places. So now that we're here, we've done some contractions, let's just kind of bend our knees slightly and we're just going to twist side to side. So you're just going to kind of let your arms float as you look to one side and the other. This will help loosen things up a little bit. From here, we're going to stretch out our arms. So we're going to take our right arm first. I'll just turn to the side for a second so you can see what I'm doing. First, we're going to reach all the way back. So I have lots of energy going through my fingertips. Hopefully you can see that okay with the lighting. But I'm going to reach all the way back. And then from there, I'm going to reach all the way across. So front view here, we're still in parallel. I'm reaching all the way back. So you can't really see my arm anymore. And then it comes across, reaches across. We're going to play a little bit of peekaboo. Look under that arm. Boop. Get a nice good stretch right along here. From there, you're going to bend your knees and you're just going to kind of arch it forward. So from the side, when I'm over doing a little peekaboo here, I bend my knees and I do that contraction, and this arm just kind of falls down. Nice, so let's do the other side. Now our left arm is gonna come back, it comes across, we peek under, and then we're in plie, contract, and roll up. So when you're coming down, you bend those knees, you do your contraction, and then when you get to about center, so say your shoulders are in line with your knees, you're just gonna roll it up. So you straighten your knees and your chest comes back up. So let's just do that a couple of times. So right side, back, across, look under, contract, other side, and back, and across, look under, contract. Let's do it one more time each side. Back, oops, sorry, across, look under, contract, and back, across, look under, contract. Nice, so that's really warming up our shoulders and everything. We're just going to do a couple more to kind of warm up that upper body. So the next exercise that we're going to do is we're really going to try and open up our chest here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of twist our upper body to our right side. You're going to bring your arms out, so they're kind of in like an umbrella shape. So if we bent over, you see how there's a nice curve in my arm. That's what we're doing, except we're going to curve it up. So my umbrella looking down, my umbrella upside down. So first we start here. We're going to look up, really open our chest to the side, and then we're going to flip it, look down, switch sides, look down, come up, back to center. Then we go to the other side. Up, down, whoop, you just kind of float over, down, up, come back to center. So in between the two, you kind of hold that position and just float to the other side. So we're really warming up our torso here, and also like our shoulder blades, just getting that all nice and loose. So up, flip, rotate, up, restart, up, flip, other side, up, and down. Good job. So we've done a pretty good job with our upper body. Now we want to focus on our lower body a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is a little bit of a foot exercise, and I'm going to kind of turn to an angle to make sure that you can see my feet, but you can just stay in your parallel position. So here I am on my angle. Actually, I'm going to go to this side so I can start with my right foot. All I'm going to do here is I'm first going to bend my knees. So just a little bend here. I'm going to pop this right foot. I'm going to go back to my bend, and I'll stretch. So that's first step. The second time you do it, you're going to bend, pop, do a little flick with your foot, come back to that pop, plie, and stretch. So we're just adding on that second little flick. And all that is from here, you just really point those toes, come back, and down. So again, that process is bend, up, put that heel down, stretch. Part 2 is bend, pop, little flick, pop, down, stretch. So once you do the right side, we'll do our left side. And that starts with bend, up, heel down, stretch, bend, pop, little flick, up. Let's do that one more time. Stretch. Nice. So we're kind of warming up our feet now. We're just going to do one last exercise to really get our lower body warmed up. So now we're going to do a little bit of a bicycle. So our bicycle is an action where we pretend, kind of like when we're walking, we're thinking about kind of air blowing underneath our hamstring, so the back of our leg. With our bicycle, we're going to brush forward. It doesn't have to be a super high kick with your leg. It can be pretty low, but you're going to brush forward just enough, like if there's a gust of wind pushing it. From there, it's going to bend at your knee. See that? It brushed, bend. Then your foot is going to reach back, 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 back. And we're going to do a ball change. So ball change, we're just putting the weight on our back foot and then our front foot. So that whole process is just brush, bend, step back, front. And when we push that back to do our ball change, you want to really push all of your energy down to that heel, because that will give you a really good stretch in your hamstring. Or, your calf. We're getting the stretch in our hamstring here. So brush and ball, change, brush, ball, change. And you can come back to your parallel in between those. So just kind of doing it front to you guys. In our parallel, I'm going to do the left side now. So our left leg brushes, it bends, reaches back, ball, change, back to parallel. We'll do that a couple more times. Brush, bend, back, and up, brush, bend, back, and up. Let's do it one more time. All right, awesome. We're getting pretty warmed up now. We're just gonna do a few more things, maybe some smaller combinations just to really get our bodies warm, and then we can do a bigger combo at the end. Thank you so much.